is coming. I am convinced. Now I must convince the others. We have seen the longer winters. We have felt the limits of the sharing. Our planet is changing. We must change with it. We must leave the forest. Start again. Explore and reach out. We must find new ways. Adapt. Learn. For if not, we will perish. And that will not happen while I wear the crown.
Alright, so that was a pretty cool intro. Hello everybody, this is CyberSurgeon, and welcome to the first episode of a new Let's Play for Endless Legend, a 4X strategy game produced by Obsidian Entertainment last year. And, yeah, it's a really cool game. We're going to go ahead and check it out. We are playing, so we encountered Theramania of the Draken, but we are playing as the Wood Whalers, which is an army of fairly elf-like people. And without further ado, let's just go ahead and get right into the game. So we're going to go ahead and interact with those ruins. One of the things I do really like about this game compared to a lot of other games is that it has a storyline in its 4X mode. And it has quests. For example, we just picked one up. There are enough engravings, diagrams around this ruin that even an idiot can understand it. Somewhere in the region, an enormous chunk of glass steel contains a beautifully forged weapon. Perfect. So, and then it's going to give you a little summary of what's going on, and then we're going to get the objective. So we need to control the region. We need to colonize in the region, which we haven't done yet. I don't know why. We have a spice deposit right there, and a chromatic land up top. So let's go ahead. We'll go back kind of to the middle-ish area that we were before. Actually, no, we don't want to start a turn without a city, so we're just going to go ahead and do it right here. That's going to give us a little bit of science, a plethora of food, which is great to start, but not a crazy amount of production. This will give us a little bit less food, but a lot more production and science. So we're going to go ahead and build there next turn. I know I just said that we didn't want to go the first turn without a city, but you know, so I reserve the right to change my mind. Okay, so now that we control the colony of, or the region of Skaen, we need to build a glass steel extractor on a specific deposit. We do have our 2 militia units in here. Oh, and then we have our rangers. So let's go ahead and start exploring the area. So another thing of this game that sets this game aside is that they have a lot of minor factions. If you're familiar with Civilization, minor factions function a lot like city-states, except for they have the unique fantasy twist of each one being their own individual race. So these ones are arachnoid centaurs. They feed on warm-blooded prey. That's kind of cool. And you can actually, if you can incorporate them into your army through various means, which is always really interesting. Let's go ahead and start on the Founders Memorial. And we will queue up the seed storage and the sewer system for after that. And we don't have any research being worked on. That's also not good. So we will go ahead and... I have not played this game for a while, so I am a little rusty. A lot of this is going to be kind of reacclimating myself to the game. So I do apologize if I make any kind of super dumb mistakes. So I'm going to give upkeep. That makes it more likely that we will get stuff from ruins. And since we are exploring right now, let's go ahead and pick that up. And we will end the turn. Okay, so we have another new quest. This one is Search for Ruins. This one is the specific Wild Walkers quest line. You can see because it's specifically referencing them. So it does give you a little bit of background on the race. So we just need to search and explore and find ancient sites and whatnot. So right now we are just kind of knocking out a couple of turns. So there's not a whole lot going on at the moment. We've now encountered the eyeless ones as well. And that's not what I want. Heroes. So we do have our heroes already with this group? He is. Perfect. Okay. And another thing that is really interesting about this game is you can actually equip your heroes with certain units that has more of like a Heroes of Might and Magic feel. As you upgrade and as you acquire new weapons and armor and upgraded weapons and armor, you can change how your heroes as well as how your basic units play on the fly based on what's going on around you. So we just got an increase of population. And we have that. No, that's titanium. Okay, just keep exploring. We need to find... I think we're just going to manually explore. It makes it a little bit more interesting. So our hero is just hit level 2. And we're going to go ahead and skill him up. You know what? Let's keep him as our scout. We have another camp of eyeless ones right there. And it looks like we are on an island. And there's the glass steel deposit that we do need to take. So we just finished researching the search party. And we will go ahead and research... That's not a glass steel extractor. I don't think we have the ability to get one of those yet. So instead, let's increase... Oh, there we go. Glass steel extractor. That's what we need for the quest. So then we'll go past that eyeless one's camp after this turn. So our encounter with the Draken at the start of the game did not actually have anything to do with the fact that they're like nearby. It's actually one of their racial bonuses in that they start the game with contact with every other race. Every other major race, at least. Let's see. And the wood, I guess we'll go over this really quick. The Wild Walkers, specifically, every race is focused on a different style of gameplay to either a major or minor degree. And the Wild Walkers are focused more on... I want to make sure that I'm correct in it. But they seem to be more focused on stronger cities, high population. They have a lot of things that help with that. They have a unique interaction with dust. That's about it, as far as I know. Like I said, I am kind of playing blind. It's not completely blind, but definitely haven't played recently. So it is a little bit of a learning experience for myself as well, which should make this relatively interesting, because as you are likely well aware from my Kerbal Space Program stuff, while I'm playing blind, I tend to make disastrous mistakes. So let's see how this goes. Go ahead and search there. Do we have... We're not consuming... Well, no, okay, so we don't need to use the booster yet because our fortification is fine. And the purple was... Yeah, the morale. The morale is fine as well. Everyone's fairly content. Let's redistribute our workers a little more evenly. And we will keep on exploring. Alright, so now we have the Alchemist's Furnace, so we do have the ability to make the glass steel extractor. And then let's pick up advanced alloys so we can actually use that glass steel past the quest. We will queue up the glass steel extractor as well. Let's go ahead and queue up. That's it for our construction queue. Oh no, we can continue to queue up. Let's queue up the titanium extractor after that, but then that's 20 turns away almost. So we don't want to queue up anything further than that. The Dorgashi. Roving clan families let their lives of caravans in cities. They're beast controllers, so they have their cavalry unit. Okay. New Empire plan is going to be unlocked soon. Let's continue our exploration. Let's see. So one of the first things we're definitely going to want to do is either incorporate or get rid of this Eyeless One village, because it can spawn roaming packs of neutral monsters, or not neutral monsters, but potentially hostile monsters. Let's see. This game is also really neat looking. I love this map, the way that when you zoom in and out it gets more or less detail. It's like an animated fantasy map. I really enjoy it. Let's see. Go ahead and search that one. Looks like we're just finding a bunch of dust, which is not particularly exciting. Okay, our seed storage is complete. And we're in a cold war with the Draken, and we are currently peaceful, and that is something that they definitely appreciate. So let's take a look at their empire, because they are the Draken. The Draken are focused a lot more on the diplomacy. They are like science and diplomacy. They want to not particularly win through military fortitude or anything like that. The Geldiris Ice Wargs. Huh. Okay. So it's another potential cavalry unit we could pick up to bolster our armies. Working on the sewage system back in the main town. And he is leveled up again. So what's this? This is... Everyone will continue to be gaining XP. That's fantastic. Go ahead and have that happen. Might as well passively increase this troop's strength while we can get away with that. So now we have the ability to use glass steel once we're actually harvesting it. Glass steel and titanium. So I think next we should pick up the support troops. That way we can bolster our army for when upcoming combat happens. More dust. Alright, so now that we've completed the 4 ruins at least, we can move on to the next stage of the quest. We just got some more, or we just got some actual gold. So the Empire needs to grow, and we need to have help to do this. So there we go. So we're going to need to assimilate someone into our Empire. We need to pacify at least one village of a minor faction and then assimilate them. So since we only control one region, we would necessarily need to, or we would, the most natural thing to do would be to pacify the eyeless ones. I don't actually know if that's what we are going to want to do, though. So what if, do we have the ability to make another city? We should. Yeah, so if we build another settler, move the settler up the queue to right after the sewer system. We build the settler because if we're researching the ability to make a support unit. So it would be more beneficial for us to gain control of like a cavalry unit, for example. So, and there's also some interesting materials up in this region. So that's going to be our goal for the next episode, is actually going to be to expand to the north and take over that region. I think that would come in handy. So while we do that, let's go ahead and spend a little bit of influence to reduce unit cost production. That will make the production of our upcoming settler much faster. And with that, with our plan for the next episode in place, we're going to go ahead and put a cut in this one. Thank you very much for sticking around. Make sure to comment with any questions, tips, or tricks down in the comments section. If you like the video, please make sure to like it and subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye!